It's the week of November 30th, 2021. My name is Alexis.
And I'm Halen. Welcome to your TNN.
Superheroes came in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes, like in this story, they even have tails. On October 11, 2021, the International Fund of Animal Welfare honored Bear, an Australian collie, with the Animal of the Year award. The 6-year-old dog helped sniff out and save over 100 koalas from the horrible bushfires that sweep across the New South Wales in Australia. We think Bears really deserve this award because he's been such a good boy in helping us find and rescue a lot of koalas, especially during the bushfires, and his handler. The forest fire killed 26 people, destroying over 2,000 homes and burning more than 46 million acres. With Bear's hard work, many koalas got a second chance and were treated for injuries and smoke inhalation.
It is no question that the internet has become a very important part of our day-to-day lives. Arizona is about to spend $100 million in funds from the American Rescue Plan Act to expand high-speed broadband in areas of need throughout the state. Communities can apply to build or improve broadband infrastructure with federal money through the Arizona Broadband Development Grant Program. The program will serve schools, businesses, public safety operations, and more. Rural and urban parts of the state. In today's digitally connected world, ensuring access to high-speed internet is key to growing opportunity. Governor Ducey said in a press release, all grant applications are due by the end of this week, and it will take some time to go through them and get the project started. But it is a step into the right direction and will certainly make a big difference in many communities around the state. Now let's go over to Ms. Gia Cavelli with the weekly update.
Good morning. This is the week of November 30th through December 3rd, and it's going to be a great week. We hope you had a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving with a ton of fun. Today, Tuesday, we will have our regular after-school clubs, our food truck night from 5 to 8 p.m., and our coding classes and TNN with Mr. Wister. On Wednesday, we will have our PTO meeting at 5 p.m. outside by the food trucks. And on Thursday, we will not have Kona Ice. They had a conflict this week, so we will not be able to have it. We hope that it is going to be a wonderful week back in action of lots of learning and fun. We will have DIBELS testing going on, so students will be pulled to get tested. Let's have a great week.
Thank you, Ms. Giacovelli. Here's Ms. Williams with Counseling Corner.
Hey Saddle Mountain, it's Mrs. Williams with a message from the Counseling Corner. So this week is our last week of November. So I wanted to make sure I took the time to represent and honor our Native American History Month. So I have a past and a present. So for our past, our first person is Jim Thorpe. He was an American athlete and Olympic gold medalist. A member of the Sac and Fox Nation, Thorpe was the first Native American to win a gold medal for the United States in the Olympics. Very cool. And then for present, we have Secretary Deb Hallad made history when she became the first Native American to serve as a cabinet secretary. She is a member of the Pueblo of Laguna and a 35th generation New Mexican. She is one of the first Native American women to serve in Congress. Throughout her career in public service, Secretary Hallad has broken barriers and opened the doors of opportunity for future generations. So there you go, our two past and present for our Native Americans. Mrs. Williams wants to honor all nationalities, Native Americans especially. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your day. Remember, all of you are capable of success, no exceptions, and I can't wait to see you guys back after our break.
Miss Williams, here's Austin with sports.
Welcome to sports. My name is Austin. The Arizona Cardinals lost a tough game to the Carolina Panthers before Thanksgiving break. The Cardinals were still dealing with injuries to several key players, including QB Kyler Murray. The Arizona Coyotes continue to struggle, which will probably be the theme for the rest of the season. At the time of filming, they had a record of 1-13-1, and were about to go up against a St. Louis Blues team that also had been struggling as of lately. The Suns are starting to look like the team that did so well last year, making it all the way to the finals. They were on a 9-game winning streak before the break and were about to play a strong Dallas Mavericks team at home. I will let you know next week how they were doing. This is all for today. See you next time.
This is Alana and Mika with entertainment. Welcome back to Entertainment News. I am Mika.
And I am Izzy. The world's biggest bounce park just opened at Chandler Fashion Square. Funbox is a larger-than-life bounce park installation for adults and kids with multiple immersive areas to explore. According to news release, this bounce park comes to Arizona from California and opened in Chandler November 12th.
It will stay there for the next 30 days or so, and then it will move to its next location. It has been open for a couple weeks, and so far it has been a very popular attraction. The first 5,000 tickets were sold for $1, and all proceeds went to children's charities. Some features of the bounce park include dodgeball court, battle beam, sumo challenge, obstacle course, and a 23-foot-long slide, a giant maze, and a toddler park. See you next
Tuesday on Entertainment. Let's go over to Bree with Joke of the Week.
Hello and welcome to Joke of the Week. My name's Bree and today we have Raylan, a 3rd grader. So Raylan, what's your joke?
What kind of cake does Frosty the Snowman like?
I don't know, what kind of cake does Frosty the Snowman like?
L'chaim with tons of icing.
Great joke, Raylan. If you have a joke and would like to tell it on the news, please go at smusd.me/beyondthenews and we would love to have you on.
See you next time on Joke of the Week.
Thanks, Bree. Here's Gannon and McKenna with Fun Fact Trivia.
Welcome to Fun Fact Trivia. My name is McKenna.
And I'm Gannon. Did you know that today, November 30th, is National Mason Jar Day? It commemorates an invention that has been bringing families together for generations.
Simply by opening a jar of fruit preserves or spicy salsa, we can enjoy the flavors of summer in the middle of winter. The mason jar, named after American tinsmith John Landis Mason, is a molded glass jar used in home canning to preserve food.
Your question today is, when did the mason jar first invented?
A. 1741.
B. 1802.
C. 1858.
You have 10 seconds to decide to make your decision.
C. 1858. You are correct.
They go by different names depending on where you are in the world, like ball jar, fruit jar, Kilner jar, or lightning jar. They are all the same basic ideas. Chances are you've seen or used one of these jars before.
See you next time on Fun Fact Trivia.
Thanks, guys. Here's Alejandra and Chris with This Week in History.
Hello and welcome to This Week in History. I am Chris.
And my name is Alejandra. On this day, November 30th, 1876, Yale defeats Princeton 2-0 in Hoboken, New Jersey by the first college football game and played on Thanksgiving. Nearly 1,000 friends attended the game played in the cold and rainy. The football was oval and made of leather. The times noted similar to those used in rugby union rules. The game resembled rugby more than a present-day football game.
Playing conditions were not ideal. The ground was so hard that horrific thumps and bruises were the rule and not the exception. The New York Daily Herald reported the Yale-Princeton Thanksgiving game started a college tradition. Later in the 19th century, the universities of Kansas, Missouri, Michigan, and others began playing football on the holiday.
See you next week on This Week in History.
Thanks, guys. Here's Kendall and Gabriel with Science Time. Welcome to Science Time. My name is Kendall.
And I am Gabriel. Have you ever heard about the Hubble Space Telescope? It is a high-powered telescope that spends its time floating around Earth's orbit, taking pictures of outer space. The Hubble telescope is getting old at almost 32 years of service. Technology has advanced a lot in those 32 years. Back in 2004, construction began on a new telescope made to replace the Hubble. It is called the James Webb Telescope.
Since then, thousands of scientists, technicians, and engineers from about 14 countries have spent 40 million hours building the telescope. It is now complete and sent to be launched to space on December 18th. The Webb telescope will look at every phase of cosmic history, including the first glows after the Big Bang that created our universe and the formations of the galaxy, stars, and planets that fill it today. Its capabilities will enable the observatory to answer questions about our own solar system and investigate fate signals from the first galaxies formed 13.5 billion years ago.
It will be exciting to see the first images that come from this new telescope. See you next week with more Science Time.
Thanks, guys. Let's go over to Mateo with Word of...
Welcome to Word of the Week. My name is Mateo. This week's word is facetious. Facetious means meant to be humorous or funny. Here's how you could use it in a sentence. Trying to talk to Jim about a serious issue is difficult because of his facetious personality. See you next time on Word of the Week.
Thank you, Mateo. That is all for this episode of TNN.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.